Back with another one, my niggas. So here we go with the rumors and speculation that PS5 Pro is on deck. My thoughts on that is simply this. Is the PS5 Pro necessary? That's what you niggas gotta ask yourself. Is the PS5 Pro necessary? In my book, graphics are everything. Performance is secondary. And I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but there's no fucking way that I want a game that's horrendous looking, but I'm playing it at 60 frames. Follow me? So graphics gotta come first, and then you add in the performance. I'm cool with 30 frames if the graphics are blowing me the fuck away, man. That's how, I pretty much always been since the PS4 era. I don't have, issues, what I'm saying, with frame rates like that. But I do like my experience to be smooth and where I can play and I can beat bosses and shit. So how does that tie back into the PS5 Pro? Well, like I say, man, probably get a graphics increase. We get a performance increase to a certain extent. We got 33 teraflops on hand. But you got to always remember, like when you're dealing with resolutions and when you're dealing with frame rates, your CPU got to be on point and your RAM got to be on point. Now, from what I'm hearing about the specs of the PS5 Pro, the RAM is not going to be significantly increased if at all. You understand what I'm saying? So if the RAM don't get increased, I don't know how you're gonna get. Well, we'll get to that. You're gonna get higher resolutions through this thing called PSSR, which stands for PlayStation Super Sampling Resolution. It's like a DLSS competitor, that bullshit on PC with them fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? They get a lot of ghosting and by using that DLSS. They don't speak on that too much, but that's what happens with them fuck niggas. But anyway, that's something to watch out for. So this is able to allow, to alleviate pressure off the GPU and allow higher, resolutions from lower resolutions. Listen, all this technical jargon and all this bullshit that, I ain't with that to a certain extent because, we got to see how this thing operates in real world performance. But, if ain't nothing pumping when it comes to that, then, shit like a waste of time to me. I want the thing. I'll pay $700 for that motherfucker just because, I just want the best graphics. But you got to understand something, man. They announced this thing here, PS5 Pro, and they still doing PC ports. That's a fucking problem, man. How you gonna be, stay stay functioning with these PC ports and you trying to make a thing that competes with their upscaling technology and the AI upscaling technology and its PSSR stuff here. So I'm just gonna warn you niggas like this. Beware of a Trojan horse. And the reason why I say beware of a Trojan horse is this PS5 Pro could lead to day and date. Because they could be saying to themselves, well, here, we getting your console closer to the PC version of these ports. You'll have higher frame rates, higher resolution, you know what I'm saying, better ray tracing. So we can add more ray tracing effects. Like now they talking about maybe they can add ray trace shadows and shit like that, which is, you know, it's cool and everything, but you know, the way they're implementing it now, like I think that them Digital Foundry fuck niggas, they said that like the, you know, when the leaves are moving or blowing in the wind, it don't show up in the shadow. The image will stay stagnant. So there's issues with ray trace shadows that people don't speak on too much, but if you implement it correctly and you know it gets dark in certain areas in the game and then you know the indirect lighting, even though it ain't necessarily got nothing to do with the ray trace shadows, but if you want, you know, great shadows, you gotta have, you know, soft shadows and they gotta depict real world lighting and simulate that in a way that you know it looks realistic, man. When you're dealing with lighting, you always dealing with shaders and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas don't really build too much off shaders. Shaders is everything, man. For instance, I, you know, recently played Uncharted 4. I got that fucking game looking insane now. Just off a couple of tweaks here and there. I'm not gonna say what I did because fuck the PC niggas. You know what I'm saying? They put that game over there, but I don't think they gave you the, you know, these certain shaders and these certain uh, uh, color schemes that'll make the game look photorealistic. And I found that shit out, and now the game look crazy. And this, you know, that's one of the things about me is I'll go back in these games, and you know, I don't just beat these shits and then go on to the next game. I'll stay playing games, and I'll find ways to make the game look better. Just, you know, it ain't got to go to no fucking PC. They give, you know, stuff in the console version that if you know what you're doing, you can make the game look fucking insane. I got Bloodborne looking crazy. So what I'm trying to tell you is beware of the PS5 Pro in the sense that it might lead to day and date. In the sense they'll say, well, now your version, your console version is closer to the PC version. So what you got to complain about, niggas? You know what I'm saying? What you got to complain about? You can do high frame rates. You can have high resolutions. You can have ray tracing dialed up on par with a PC. So if there's no differences, why we can't do day and date? And obviously a difference would be, you know, with how far you could crank something up. But also modding is, you know, they'll have the ability to mod and, you know, the console version won't unless, you know, developers step in and try to, you know, put some serious modding stuff in there. But I don't know what Sony's plans is as far as that goes, man. I already said that they could use their IP from their different characters and put them in other games that they're making, and that shit will blow the spot. I'm saying by any means, you know what I'm saying, you gotta increase your bottom line, and you know what I'm saying, them niggas ain't exploring enough ways, man. Like here they coming out with Stellar Blade, they got, you know, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Why you don't have no plates associated with those games and selling them shits? They ain't sold nothing, man. No fucking plates sold. Last plate they did that was some LeBron James bullshit. Fuck that nigga. Should have went with Michael Jordan or some shit. I don't know, but my whole thing is niggas complaining about money. You got a fucking gold mine and these face plates for the PS5 and most likely the PS5 Pro. And you're not taking advantage of it because you lazy. You don't want to manufacture it or some shit. If you got you don't do them lazy ass designs and you put forth some effort, niggas might buy your shit in droves. I know I would. Got some fly ass custom plates to match the game I'm playing. Yeah. Ain't got a fucking problem dropping some dough. But you niggas gotta come up off it, man. So, that's the thing with the PS5 Pro. I just want the fucking graphics, to be dialed up to, 1,000. And what I mean by that is we need ray trace transparency effects. We need fucking ray trace shadows. We need, more importantly, ray trace global illumination, which in other words is path tracing. I'm talking about some real shit, man. I ain't talking about that shit PC fucking with, man. You know what I'm saying? We going back to the essence. We gotta, when I'm talking about ray trace global illumination, I'm talking about bounce light of an order that you ain't never seen before. Shit like Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us got incredible bounce lighting. So you gotta, implement those things. But, that's more of an attention to detail type shit. Some of these companies don't fuck with that, like Insomniac. Them niggas is, they more cartoonish, man. Naughty Dog is your best bet. Maybe Sucker Punch and Gorilla. Like, one thing I wonder if they do this PS5 Pro, they gonna add ray tracing to the Horizon Forbidden West. They got decent, good reflections, of the scenery in the water puddles and shit like that, still water. But if you did ray tracing, it probably could look better. The PC version don't have no ray tracing, so they don't want to upset their clientele and shit. You know what I'm saying? Will you go that route? The answer is I have no fucking clue. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no fucking clue. So, I mean, how do you take, our graphics to another level? I think you gotta, start fucking with the physics. Put yourself in more realistic situations. Like having fully, destructible environments. Everything could be used. Being able to go into every building in the game. Why they haven't implemented that shit yet is beyond me. They have a whole cityscape in Spider-Man 2. And, you can't go in every building, man. But you should be able to do that. If that's next gen, I bet you fucking GTA 5 has that. Where you can go in every fucking building. You busy spending $400 million on games and shit, and you ain't even trying to pay attention to detail or make your, game stand out with some stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, Spider-Man crazy ill, but Insomniac's not known for that. And that's what, got me a little bit worried about Wolverine. You gotta have, decapitation. You gotta have arms and limbs and shit getting removed and sliced and diced. You gotta have blood splatter effects. You gotta have the regeneration powers on point. Shit gotta be visceral. In a lot of ways, I wish Naughty Dog was the ones that was making this game, but cause they on some killer shit. So, but I'll take it, man. I just want a Wolverine game that's on some crazy shit. Them leaks that had gameplay to it. You know what I'm saying? It was some generic shit, man. They got to step it up. Like make that nigga a brawler, but make him, I don't know, have some kind of like elegance to his fighting style, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just them hack and slash shit. Some cool moves, man. Like stick a nigga, kick him, punch him, retract my claws. You know what I'm saying? Pull them motherfuckers out at the same time. Had the ability to go back and forth with that. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how they're gonna implement ray tracing and they should be having some path tracing too, man, to a certain extent, because not that hard to implement something like that if you're fucking with ray trace global illumination. Yeah, so for me, the PS5 Pro is necessary, man. And here, I got another aspect to it too. If niggas is expecting these multiplats to, run at 60 frames and whatever else, and keep the fidelity and not have the go down the 18 1080p and lower than that and shit, on the resolutions, and keep all the graphic fidelity. First of all, you got to understand that PC has to be upheld because their parts and shit, they cost so damn much, man. So they gotta have them sucker ass niggas, you know what I'm saying, keep paying them prices. So you gotta have a delineation point in the sense that, PC multiplats are better than console multiplats. You can't have that, you know what I'm saying, get taken away because you gonna lose money. Even though the bitch ass niggas don't buy their GPUs and CPUs on the level of a console getting bought. So with that said, how is that gonna translate over into a console getting consistent frame rates that's 60 and above on these new games that's coming out? Developers is lazy as fuck. They want to push graphics, and like I told you, I'm a graphics head, man. I'm a graphics fiend. I fuck with that. Multiplat graphics don't fucking impress me, man. Which is why I buy very few multiplats over the course of a console generation. Like, your shit got to be on the level of a PlayStation exclusive for me to even fuck with that. And there's very few games that even approach that. So I save myself a ton of fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that got to play everything, well, that's your ass. You know what I'm saying? You want to, be cute. How much money you got? I got dough. But, you know what I'm saying? I ain't spending, like I told you, I'm a graphics nigga. So, and also I'm a virtual photography motherfucker too. But one thing about me is I don't fuck with all them settings and shit in the photo mode. I just take my screenshots and that's it. So when you see my shit, that's how the game look. If I find like shaders and shit, hidden shaders and stuff like that, I'll enact that, and that's how the game will be played. But I don't fuck around and be faking the, you know what I'm saying, faking some shit No tricks over here. You know what I'm saying? No tricks. So I gotta, have my graphics. So I'm hoping the PS5 Pro delivers this shit. Now here we got a well, let me stay on the multi-plat thing. So in my book, don't be surprised if you're gonna have games coming out 30 fucking frames. Only way GTA 6 is gonna be 60 frames on the PS5 Pro is as if these niggas from Sony, they send their devs over there to Rockstar to assist with the PS5 version, and they allow, PS5 Pro version, and they allow that shit. Because if left up to their own devices, even though technically, GTA 6 is, should be only launching on the damn PS5, but they probably put the shit on Xbox, even though that fucking box is dead as fuck, man. That shit, the graveyard, that shit, the river Styx. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, the afterlife, man. The afterlife box in effect. So I don't even know why they don't bother making a fucking port. All the sales gonna be on PS5 Pro and PS5 anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? But PS5 Pro should be getting special attention. Fuck parity, man. If they send their devs over there from Sony to assist on the game, then, yeah, we could get that shit to 60 frames. But, I don't necessarily have, trust that them niggas. Now, they did say something like, that maybe they think they can do it. And I mean, that's better than nothing. But, what I'm saying? It's easier to, do 30 and pump up the graphics. They don't necessarily pump the graphics, you know what I'm saying, on the console version and wait for the PC version. Like since, GTA 6 is taking place in the city, it could really benefit from the PS5 Pro's ray tracing capabilities. Look, I don't necessarily praise Rockstar because these motherfuckers get all these sales and shit, and I don't see how their game is better than a Naughty Dog game. With attention to detail. Matter of fact, Naughty Dog shit is better. You compare the combat and goddamn The Last of Us 2 to some fucking Red Dead Redemption, ain't even close. Saying the damn, what do you call it? The Last of Us 2, you got different type of ways the blood come out and soak the ground and shit. Like, that shit is insane. So imagine what Naughty Dog's next game would look like on the PS5 Pro. I'm hoping that they don't, do nothing with Bloodborne in the sense, unless it's exclusive, man. I love to see, them niggas do either a remake or some shit like that, even though the game don't really need it, man. The game is graphically supreme in its own right. If you know what you're looking at. You're dealing with extreme tessellation. Ain't no game out there that outside of PlayStation exclusives that is more tessellated than that game. And what I mean by tessellation is there's no flat surfaces, man. Everything got 3 dimensions to it. Bumpiness. This ain't no parallax occlusion maps. This is fucking pure tessellation. So yeah, man. So let me wrap this shit up, brother. So first party niggas, you know what I'm saying, for PlayStation, they should be able to take full advantage of the Pro, but then, the PC porting, keeping us from going to the next level, with the graphics because they ain't innovating, they not coding to the metal. Like I said, I want them AK textures, man. You know how crazy that make the fucking game look? Along with, amazing shaders and shit. It look like real life. But they gotta wanna, uh, take advantage of the console features and not worry about no fucking porting and whether a PC can run what they trying to do. Cause some of the innovations they have going is some generic bullshit. It's more like what they running on PC. That's why I was hopeful with the Unreal Engine 5 demo in 2020 that they was gonna push some crazy shit. They talking about like a scene could have like, 30 billion fucking polygons on screen. PC ain't used to pushing that many polygons. Along with AK textures, man. Come on. We're killing this shit. So, that's where it gotta go. And if they not, doing shit like that, then, they holding, the console generation back to make a few scraps of dough on the fucking PC. Fuck them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Push this shit to the limit. We dealing with physics, or we dealing with graphical fidelity. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta, come forth, man. It's time to build. Laying up and sitting on your ass, them days gotta be gone. Do away with that bullshit, man. But you ask me, is that gonna happen? No, it depends on the top brass mindset. I don't know what the fuck they seeing with the PC shit. They stealing your game. They cracked Horizon within Forbidden West within 30 seconds of it being on PC. So I mean that shit was pirated, man. What sales you see? I don't hear them niggas announcing no sales numbers. Somebody said it was like number one on Steam or something along those lines. But a little bit of sales you gonna get from that, it ain't worth it to me, man. To retard innovation on your system. That's the only thing that make the PS5 Pro a little bit leery for me because if the game's gonna still keep going to PC, what the fuck is the point of updating the console, man? Especially if they some kind of way get a better version than we have, even on a more powerful fucking console. Like that shit is insane to me. With this new fucking CEO, I don't, I have no idea where that bitch ass nigga's mind is at. Whether he trying to do day and date, whether he trying to, cut down the time in between a PC port and the game coming out. You don't know. Like I said, they trying to test run with this Until Dawn shit because I'm assuming that shit is day and date with PC. It is an old game, but obviously, you know what I'm saying. If niggas is okay with that, then why wouldn't you be okay with a newer game? If they do day and date, expect the quality of these games to go down and expect. I don't know if casual niggas will have a backlash, but hardcore PlayStation niggas, they might not take a liking to that shit. So y'all niggas need to beware. So that's what I got to say about the PS5 Pro, brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's all about innovation, trying to do something that hasn't been done. Not worrying about some motherfucking platform that ain't in your ecosystem, that's not buying, online. It's another thing I want to touch on too. One of the reasons why these motherfuckers might be porting these games to PC is to bolster their live service push. Meaning, how these fucking hermits feel like they're part of the PlayStation ecosystem or something. And then maybe they'll be more inclined to play their multiplayer games. Because ultimately, the multiplayer brings in, reoccurring cash flows. And, that's what you want to have happen. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing live service. So maybe they be giving these motherfuckers our games to get them to, play these multiplayer games. But Hermits ain't supporting, any old game. You know what I'm saying? Them weirdo motherfuckers got certain standards that they go by with their support. And it definitely can't be no, like, if you think you gonna have these motherfuckers paying $70 for their games, you a damn fool. Which is why they won't do day and date with them motherfuckers, because they know they can't get them to pay no $70. Even if you charge that shit, they'll go get the shit on the discount or they just pirate it. So you could you think you gonna fucking be slick and do day and date if you want. Fucking, Hiroki, Totoki. The motherfucker, unless you lowering them games down to $40 or $50, the motherfuckers is not buying your games. They don't give a fuck how graphically supreme they are. That's why it's a waste of time fucking with them niggas. But y'all niggas, do what the fuck you want to do. I'm saying, I can't stop you. And it is what it is. And so the God is out of here. Out.